Have you ever noticed someone who just vanishes? No farewell post, no explanation. One day their profile is there, the next day it is completely gone. No last photo, no goodbye story, just silence. In Europe, this is happening more than anywhere else in the world. And psychology says it is not random. It is not sadness. It is not weakness. It is actually one of the most quietly powerful decisions a person can make. So what is really going on inside the mind of someone who disappears from social media without a single warning? 1. They stopped performing and started living. Psychologists call this identity decoupling. It happens when a person realizes their online self and their real self have become two completely different people. Europeans who reach this point do not announce it. They do not post about it. They simply stop. Because the moment you feel the gap between who you are online and who you actually are, continuing to post feels dishonest, and dishonesty exhausts them more than silence ever could. 2. Their nervous system demanded it. Research in digital stress psychology shows that constant social media exposure keeps the brain in a low-level state of alertness. Every notification, every like, every comment waiting to happen. The brain treats it like a threat signal. Northern Europeans especially, who are already wired for emotional privacy and personal boundaries, hit this wall faster than most. Disappearing is not giving up. It is their nervous system finally saying enough. 3. They chose depth over audience. Psychology shows that people with high internal validation needs, meaning people who measure their worth from within rather than from outside, eventually find social media hollow. They would rather have one real conversation than 1,000 reactions. Disappearing is not isolation. It is a quiet upgrade in how they choose to connect. And here is what most people never understand about them. Disappearing from social media in Europe is not a crisis. It is a conclusion. A quiet decision made after months, sometimes years, of feeling like the online world was taking more than it was giving. And psychology has a name for what happens next. 4. They reclaimed their story. Psychologists who study narrative identity say that constantly sharing your life online slowly hands your story to other people. Their reactions begin to shape how you see yourself. Their silence begins to feel like rejection. Europeans who disappear understand this instinctively. By going silent, they take their story back. They decide what their life means. Not the algorithm, not the audience, them. 5. Silence became their boundary. In Northern European psychology, particularly in cultures like Finland, Sweden, and Denmark, emotional boundaries are not just respected. They are considered a sign of maturity. Research shows that people from these cultures are significantly more likely to withdraw from overstimulating environments without explanation. Not because they are cold, but because explaining every boundary feels like a violation of the boundary itself. Their silence is not rudeness, it is self-respect made visible. 6. They were not running away, they were returning. This is the part that surprises people most. Psychology research on digital detachment shows that people who permanently leave social media do not report loneliness. They report clarity. They describe feeling like themselves again, like they returned to a version of themselves that existed before the performance began. Europeans who disappear are not lost. They are found. If you have ever felt the urge to just delete everything and walk away, psychology says that feeling is not weakness. It is your mind recognizing the weight of a life half lived online. You do not need an audience to have a story worth living. Have you ever thought about disappearing from social media completely? Drop your answer below. And if this video made you think, subscribe. Because on this channel, we do not just observe people, we understand them.